Um, Hello guys. So today I want to show you guys how I was able to catch two setups on GBPJPY and gold last week. It was basically pre NFP, but I don't really pay attention to the news, whatever. I solely base my technicals off of what I see on the charts, and I don't really check the news or all those other stuffs. So I took two trades last week on gold and on GBPJPY, which are these trades right here. So this was the GBPJPY, and when I had the analysis for the trade, and this was when I had the analysis for the gold. So I'm going to show you guys how I was able to get those entries, and as you can see, they already hit my take profit. So for the GBPJPY, where price was initially bullish, this is trend line. It was making a series of higher highs and higher lows, so it was consistent. But the thing with trend line is whenever price is on a particular trend, it's basically accumulating liquidity on the opposite side of the chart, meaning that eventually price may reverse to clear that trend line liquidity. So what I noticed was that there is this area of resistance up here that price normally bounces from when it gets there. So this is a resistance level here. You can see the touches, resistance here, here. So I was basically waiting for price to pull into this level, and if it doesn't break past this level, then I will know that price is becoming bearish. So what I did was I waited for price to get to this level, and I saw price take this low out. So this was a market structure shift, basically indicating that the current trend is ending, because this is a previous uptrend, and once I got the structure shift, I got the indication that the trend was becoming bearish. So after that, I got my liquidity, which is my inducement up here, and I looked for my point of interest, which is this other block here. There are criteria that I pay attention to when it comes to picking my POI, because the other block is not the only point of interest I make use of. But when I checked all those criteria, I was able to get my other block trade. I can't really start listing them now here, but yeah. So I got the structure shift, I got my inducement, and then I got my point of interest, which is the other block right here. I missed this other block getting triggered, so I basically used the confirmation entry to get into this trade right here. So the confirmation entry was after price already gave triggered the other block. I waited for price to give me this confirmation entry here, and I kept my stop loss here. So since I already knew that price was becoming bearish, I have to target the nearest draw on liquidity. Now, the nearest draw on liquidity for this trade is for this trend line liquidity to be cleared, which is for price to sell all the way down here. But the thing is, it was already Friday and market was going to close anyway, so I targeted the nearest draw on liquidity first, which is to take out this low, and also this fake other block here that most people will expect a reversal from. I knew that price wouldn't actually buy from here, so I just targeted to take my profit at that other block level, because price was already bearish and there's no point looking for reversal trades to the upside when there's trend line liquidity here to be cleared. So that was where my take profit level was. So this was the trade on GBPJPY. The analysis was on July 31st, and the trade played out on August 1st. This was the analysis, my stop loss, the take profit level, and this was the trade right here. Hit full take profit, almost no drawdown at all. This is a 1:14 risk to reward ratio trade. That was how I was able to trade GBPJPY. This is a 3 hours time frame, but I'm still bearish on GJ. I'm expecting GJ to sell and take out this trend line liquidity here. Then that will be it. Now after GJ, I also had a gold setup. Now I already knew that gold was bullish overall because of this right here. There was a break of structure to the upside here. There's an inducement, and then eventually price triggered this daily time frame breaker block here. So we're already bullish until this high gets taken out. So it means that I'm overall going to be bullish on gold until the directional bias gets complete. So directional bias of the market is bullish, so I'm always going to be bullish until price takes out this high based on technicals. Now, gold has been selling for a long period of time, But while it was selling, it was what? It was on a downtrend, making lower highs and lower lows, lower highs and lower lows. So this is basically what? This is trend line liquidity right here, meaning that eventually price is going to reverse eventually and take out the trend line liquidity. Also, there's also another trend line liquidity here that price failed to self take out. Price just got here and sold from this other block level. But this sell was just a kind of a retracement to trigger this 3 hours order block here. So if you check out this 3 hours order block, where the previous downtrend and eventually price gave us a structure shift by taking out this high. This is what a market structure shift right here. Now after that, we got our inducement, which is this. And then the nearest POI is this order block on the 3 hours time frame. At the same time, I was not also active when this zone triggered, this 3 hours order block. So I would have gotten my entry from this, but I was not active when it triggered. So I had to wait for price to hit this, then retest to the nearest point of interest, which is also this 3 hours order block right here. So that was where I got in to the markets. I think when I took the screenshot was from the 2 hours time frame. Yeah, my take profit level is aimed at clearing this trend line liquidity here. Price has not yet hit my target, but I'm still going to hold this trade and focus on that directional bias until my take profit level gets hit. So this was the trade right here, and this was the analysis for the trade here. Same analyzed on July 31st, and they played out on August 1st. So this was the playout. This is it currently. So that was how I was able to get these 2 entries for GBPJPY and gold. So I hope you guys learned something, and I will see you guys next time.